Welcome to the A-frame on Fletcher. It was built in the 70s. I just love to be creative and use my hands to decorate.
This is where I'd like to
Procrastinate. Hi, welcome to the A-frame on Fletcher. I'm Katelyn. Come on in. So we've lived in this house for about 2 years now. It was built in the 70s and my husband and I just finished renovating the interior. We live here with our 2 cats. This is Kitty and Daisy's upstairs sleeping. I'll talk a little bit about what we did as far as renovating. When we moved in, there was cabinets all across here. So we took those down because we really wanted to have the nice view of the lake here. We also put down Eastern white pine as flooring. There was a lot of carpet in here before, and we just love the earthiness that real wood gives to a home. We painted it white just because we want to have a nice neutral palette because we rent this place out for photo shoots. And it's just nice to have a neutral backdrop. We're about 20 minutes outside the city, which is perfect as my husband's from Cape Breton and I'm from Valley. So this was a nice middle ground when we were looking for houses. We had not set out to buy an A-frame, but when we saw the listing photos and when we came in, we just fell in love with the charm of the triangle house and the big windows and the lake view. My husband Jerry built this island base just out of MDF. We had a local company make the top for us. It's called Redbeard Rustics, I believe, and made it out of reclaimed lumber from a barn in Shubenacadie. And then our shelves we got from my parents' farm. We just gathered up some wood from their pastures and we sanded it down. And I just love how they're kind of imperfect and wavy. We love to decorate with thrifted things. I also love collecting handmade mugs. We have a lot of plants. Look at this Hoya. She's in bloom. It's so cute. So this is our only south-facing window. So this is where we put all of our cactus and succulents. And our little deer, of course. Found them at a thrift shop. So this is our little tea and coffee station. We keep our tea in here. We got coffee, salt and pepper. I love this little dish / wicker container that we use for our salt. We love to collect the old Irving glassware. My husband has a huge collection of these in his room downstairs. They're from 1987, I believe, but we only have a few up here because I just break them all somehow. So this little corner we have styled with mostly thrifted items. I'm an avid thrifter, 1, because it's good for the environment. Number 2, it's really good for the wallet. And number 3, you can just find some really unique stuff. I also love to DIY. I painted this vase here. I painted this marigold and added these little details with the hot glue gun. I love to work with clay, so I made this a couple years ago. I just love to be creative and use my hands to decorate. This is a good example of a thrift flip. We found this at Value Village. It was only like $30. All we did was throw a couple coats of white paint on it, and now I really like it. We also got this at Value Village. So the biggest heartbreak we had was finding out that there used to be a wood stove in this corner. I just think that they're so cozy and the atmosphere must have been so great in the 70s having this wood stove here. So this coffee table is another good example of a thrift flip. We took the top from one table that we found on Kijiji and the bottom from another, and we sandwiched them together, painted the bottom and sanded the top. We got this couch at IKEA, but we thrifted these legs, so it just makes it a little different. Again, we just love to decorate with vintage pieces. I found this on Kijiji. Got a cute little wood stump here. I actually made these paper flowers. So now I'm going to take you into the bedrooms. We have 2 bedrooms on the main floor and 1 upstairs, which I turned into my art studio. This room isn't really done yet. It is a a challenge to decorate the slanted walls. You really have to think outside the box, and I just haven't really figured out what to do in here yet. But I think it's cute enough for now. I've just got some vintage sheets here. Ooh, I've got a couple of dried flowers on the wall. And we found this dresser for $15. It's such a beautiful old piece made of solid wood. And now I'll take you into the main bedroom. Again, I have another blank wall because I haven't figured out what to do with it, but it's a cozy little room. We love it. And I've again worked with natural materials that I've found outside and made this cute little piece. Jerry made our closet doors here, which are really cool. I found this adorable lampshade for $1.80 at a yard sale. I can't help myself but to paint on everything. We made it really earthy and neutral. We love the forest view, love waking up to the birds chirping in the morning. And now around the corner is the bathroom. It's a really teeny bathroom, and originally we thought we might move a wall to make it a little bigger, but it would have cost so much money to move all the plumbing around and make this into a bigger space, so we just did our best with what we have. We really like the way it came out. We replaced the popcorn ceiling with a nice tongue and groove just to make it feel a bit more earthy and modern, I guess. We also put new flooring down. I love this brick look. It's super cozy and doesn't show dirt or anything. A little pegboard that my friend made for me, which is really cool. I like to use a refillable shampoo and conditioner bottles. I think they look really nice. And then every time they run out, we just run to a bulk food store or a zero waste shop and we refill those there. I've got some of my artwork in here. I also painted on these doors. I did some ginkgo leaves on the back of this one. This is a cabinet that we found in the IKEA as is section, as well as this sink. It was half price just because there's a little chip in it. Jerry and I came up with the idea to put just plywood over top. We also made these cute little half moon handles. And now I'll take you upstairs to my art studio. This is where I do a lot of painting. I'm a full-time artist, so I spend a lot of time up here. This is one of my paintings. It's a super inspiring view to have. I'm super thankful to live here. And this is my little corner with the hammock. This is where I like to procrastinate. So nice to sit up here with coffee in the morning or just spend hours here doing nothing, you know, that sort of thing. And in through these doors is my art studio. So this is where I keep all my packing supplies, my prints, my paints. Got my little apron here. It's kind of chaotic in here. It's really hard to organize a million things. So I've done my best, but I don't think it's to its full potential yet. This one is one of my favorite little pieces of art that I've found at a thrift store. It's so fun to thrift artwork and then research the artist after to see what their other works are and learn about them and their life. In this room, I just really wanted it to feel cozy, earthy, and just a nice inspiring place to work. I've just filled it with little collected treasures like dried flowers, other pieces of art, or things that my friends have made. My uncle owns a Benjamin Moore paint shop and he was getting rid of a ton of his paint samples, so my grandmother saved them for me and I'm just storing them in these cute little wicker baskets. I'm a pretty frugal person. I like to decorate with free things like this stick. I already had all these materials on hand, so I just made this little half wall and it hides a ton of my craft storage. Painted this door. I made this little door handle out of clay, which I think is really cute. And this is where I keep all of my prints. So that about wraps things up. I hope that gave you a bit of insight into what it's like to live in an A-frame. We absolutely love it here.